Today we'll discuss on how we can integrate Jira with ServiceNow. We have one use case that we'll discuss in this video. The use case is that we'll create a flow which will be triggered when an incident is created, and it will create a story in Jira. So for that purpose, there are 5 steps we have to perform uh, to achieve the functionality. First step is we need to install Jira Spoke. Second one is we need to have a Atlassian Jira account login credential, and once we have it, then we need to create a API token as third step. Then we have to create the connection and credential details in ServiceNow. Once that is done, then we'll finally create the flow in Flow Designer on ServiceNow. So let's see how we can install the Jira Spoke as a first step. So let us go to the system application. Under system application, we have to select all, where we can see all the available plugins. So here we'll search our Jira Spoke plugin, and if it is not installed already, then we'll install it. So here is the Jira Spoke plugin. Let's click on it. Just I'm checking that whether it is already installed or it is not installed. So we'll install it. So let's click on it. The installer will start. Need to click on the install button. So if you scroll down, you can see these are all the functionality what we can achieve using Jira Spoke. Like you can create issue, you can edit, delete, update issue. Okay, issue in the sense you can create stories. So all these activities are listed over here, what you can perform using Jira Spoke. So let's now install the Spoke. Okay, here actually it's showing there are 2 dependencies which need to be installed as a prerequisite. There are 2 plugins, I think. This is basically belongs to Integration Hub, because Integration Hub is the basic bare minimum necessity for any integration with ServiceNow, with any third-party tool. You can see already in Integration Hub runtimes are installed. So we have clicked on the install button, and Jira Spoke installation is in progress. It takes some time. Yes, it has successfully installed. So so we have completed our first step, that is installing Jira Spoke. Now the first step is checked, and let's move to our second step, which is having an Atlassian logging account. So actually I created one my Gmail ID for this purpose, and using that Gmail ID actually I created Atlassian Jira account. So I will log in basically with my Gmail ID in Jira. Otherwise, if you do not have, you can create an account using this link. So I am logging with my Gmail ID, that is ahmed.developjs. So the login is happening. And you can see in the recent project, one project already I created in Jira, that is Snow Jira underscore integration. So under this project board, actually we'll try to create issues from ServiceNow. Okay, so I will just open this project, and you can see, like, as of now there is no stories or issues created under this. You can see there is no stories, so it will get created once we complete the integration. Here from manually also you can create, these are the options in Jira, but like we'll create it from ServiceNow. And next, we have to create the API token. So for creating that, you need to go to security tab, and here you will get an option called create and manage API token. So you need to click on it. If you click on it, there is option button create API token. You need to click on it and put a name of your API token. I have given name like Snow Jira, and then need to press the create button. So yeah, the token is got created. So you need to copy this token from here and need to keep it in some notepad or somewhere else, because that will be required when we'll configure the connection and alias in ServiceNow. Okay, so let us keep it in a notepad, this token. Okay, so I have copied it. So we have completed 3 steps already. Now we'll move to creating connection and credential aliases in ServiceNow. So for credential alias, we'll use, as of now in this video, basic authentication, BasicAuth. Okay, so how we'll do it, let's see. So in all, I am typing connection and credentials. Okay. So you can see that menu option is coming below. So let's click on it, connection and credential aliases. Yes, this one. And in the list over here, you can see there is already a Jira connection alias is created, because this has got created when actually we have installed Jira Spoke. So you can see the Jira Spoke ID over here. Now what we need to do, if we scroll down, there is a one connection tab where there is no record present. So here actually we have to create a new connection. So let's click on new. We need to give a name, and here in credential, as I said, that we need to provide basic auth credential. So let's create a new basic auth credential. From the list you can find basic auth credential. Yes, just select it. You need to put the name of the basic auth credentials. Just I'm giving a name like Jira basic auth, and in the username we need to provide our login ID in Jira, which is basically my Gmail ID, one of my Gmail ID I just created for Atlassian Jira. And then in the password section, you need to give that token. Just you need to copy from notepad and then you need to paste it over here. Yes. So once it is done, we need to submit it. So our BasicAuth credential is configured now. Next we have to complete the connection details. I'm giving a connection name like Jira connection, and in the connection URL we have to copy and paste the Atlassian Jira URL. This is the URL ID what I have got for my own login. So I need to paste it over here, and then I need to just submit it. So the connection record has got now created with BasicAuth as credential. Again, if you opened the Jira alias, we can find it over here. Yes, you can see now one row has got added. So this is how we need to configure the connection. I'm just opening again to cross check the details. Okay, my email ID, there is some mistake. My email ID has to be amit.table.js. Yeah, so I corrected it and I have updated the record again. So now the connection and credential details has been configured. So just checking once. Yes, looks fine. Yep. So we have completed our 4 steps, and now finally we need to create the flow designer. Okay, the flow designer actually will communicate with Jira through Jira Spoke. Okay, so we need to create a trigger condition. We need to add some action for the flow designer to work with. So let's see how we can do it. So under all, we need to type flow designer. So here we'll create a new flow designer. Okay, there is a new button, so we'll click on it and we'll select flow. So under create new, if you click on flow, it will ask for flow name. So I'm providing a flow name like create issue on incident creation. Like whenever we'll create any new incident, this flow will get triggered. Okay, and one story or issue will get created in Jira. So that is the purpose. Now we have to first configure the trigger conditions. You can see. So I have clicked on add trigger and record. Under record I selected created, that means on creation of any record on incident table. Here I need to select the incident table. Okay, so whenever any record will get created on incident table, the trigger, the flow will get triggered. Okay, now it is done. Now I need to second step, I need to create an action. So in the action search bar, we need to type Jira. So you will find the Jira spoke over here. So I need to select it. Once I select it, all the action methods will be populated in the right hand list. So I'm selecting the create issue action. Okay. So once the create issue action is selected, now the flow will try to connect to Jira. Okay, and it will populate already existing projects which are created in Jira. Okay, so that means the flow has been successfully connected to Jira and it has fetched the project details. So I selected one project, Snow Jira integration, and in the second drop down I selected the type, issue type is task. That means we are going to create a story basically. Now in the summary, we want that the story title in Jira should be the short description of the incident. So for that, I'm going into the from the right panel. Under incident record, I need to select the field called short description. And in the description of the story in Jira, I will try to put description. So first let's put the description, and next let me put the short description in the summary. Okay, so these two are done. So we have mostly configured the fields. Now I'm clicking on the done button, and I will now test the flow, whether the flow is properly working or not. That is the next step we will do. If you click on test, we should find one story created in the Jira. So if we click on state, it will populate all the incident ID. We need to select one of them. The incident number what we have selected, the description and short description accordingly will be fetched, and that will be the title and description of the story. So the test has got completed. We are trying to see the log of the test results. So there is no record to display. That means that the flow probably has successfully executed. So now, yes, now we can see that a new story has got created, right? So if you click on the story, you can see the title as ATF:test and the description as testing on Jira connection something. So let me cross check with this with the incident number in ServiceNow. So I will just copy and paste the incident number over here. Let me open the incident list. I will search that incident over here. Need to put a star. Yes. So the incident has come up the list. Now you can see that here also in the incident description, short description, the same text are written. So our story has been successfully created in Jira. Now we have completed all the steps. As a final thing, like as per our use case, it was like we need to check whether if we create any new incident, whether the trigger is whether the flow designer is properly working or not. This testing we did manually. Now we will check whether the flow designer is automatically getting triggered or not as soon as we create a new incident. So let's create a new incident. So we'll just put the basic details in the incident screen and we'll submit the record. This is just to verify whether the flow is getting triggered or not. So I'm putting short description and some text as a description in the description, and we'll just submit it. Test for Jira integration, and in the description just putting description for Jira integration. So that's it. Let's keep it and I'm submitting the record. So you can see on top of the list the incident has got created 10001. Now let's check. We have created just now the incident, whether the flow has got triggered, whether a story has got created or not. I think no, there is no stories created. I think that is because we have not activated the flow designer. Okay, that was another point what we missed out. We need to activate it, because we last time we did manually. We ran it the flow designer manually when we did the testing. But we need to activate it. So I'm again going to flow designer, and we need to open the designer, open the flow basically. So I'm just searching the flow by its name. Yes, the flow has come up. Now clicking the flow to open it. Now here you can see that edit flow button is activated. We need to first click on edit flow, then we'll find the activation button. Yes, now we need to click the activate button. We need to click activate again. So the flow is getting activated, and it will now run automatically as soon as you create an incident. So it's done, right? So now we'll try to create another incident. Okay, and we'll check whether now this time story is getting created or not. So let us open the incident creation form again. Yes, so I'm putting again the basic details and typing some short description, and we'll put some description. Short test for test Jira integration. The description I'm putting description for Jira integration, and I'll just submit it. So it's done. Now I will check, since we have created one incident. Now we'll check whether the story has got created or not. Yes, now you can see the story has got created. The flow has automatically executed as soon as we created the incident, right? If you open the details of the story, you can see the short description as a title of the story and a description in the description of the story. So we are done with our use case. Hopefully you have understood and the process, and if you like the video, I'd request to kindly subscribe, like, and press the bell icon for getting the notification of my new videos. Thank you.